Welcome back, children. In continuity with the last video, we are going to start further. In this video, we are going to start after the forest. Tibu then started looking closely at the forest floor. Soon he called and showed the children droppings of some animals. When animals live, obviously their excreta or the droppings will also be there. And even their footprints will also be there. That is how a scientist or a person recognizes where the animal is going and explain the difference between various types of droppings. Professor Ahmed informed that the forest officers could recognize the presence of some animals in the forest by their droppings and footprints. Bujho called everyone and showed them a large decaying heap of animal droppings. Several beetles and grubs were feeding on the heap, and a bunch of seedlings was sprouting because a lot of humus was there due to droppings, so seedlings were also sprouting. These seedlings are of herbs and shrubs. The animals also dispose the seeds of the certain plants and help the forest to grow. This is how forest regenerate on its own and regenerate. The decaying animal dung also provides nutrients to the seedlings to grow, said Professor Ahmed. Seeds are scattered by animals and plants grow due to the humus present in the soil, so forest regenerate on its own. After listening to this, Bujho noted in his notebook, by harboring greater variety of plants, the forest provides greater opportunities for food and habitat for the herbivores. Larger number of herbivores means increased availability of food for a variety of carnivores. Yes, as the herbivore number is increasing, carnivores will also be increasing in order to feed them. The wide variety of animals helps in the forest to regenerate and grow. Decomposers help in maintaining the supply of nutrients to the growing plants in the forest. Therefore, the forest is a dynamic living entity because this balance is always there. Everything in the forest provides a dynamic balance, and if one of the component of the forest or ecosystem is getting decreased or is demolishing, then the balance will be disturbed, full of life and vitality. It was about afternoon and the children wanted to go back. Tibu suggested another route for going back. While they were going back, it started raining. However, surprisingly, they saw that the raindrops were not hitting the forest floor directly. Why, children? Due to the canopy of the trees. The leaves, the canopy of the trees and the leaves, they got hit by the raindrops first. The uppermost layer of the forest canopy intercepted the flow of raindrops, and most of the water was coming down through the branches and the stems of the trees. From the leaves, it was dripping slowly over branches of the shrubs and herbs. They found that the ground was still dry. After about half an hour, the rain stopped. They noticed that the layer of dead leaves over the forest floor appeared wet now, because water was not falling directly on them but indirectly through the leaves and the branches. But water did not stagnate in the forest because it got absorbed by the soil and the plants and the trees and even the decaying leaves. Bujho thought that if it had rained so heavily in this town, it would have flooded the drains and the roads. What would happen if it rains heavily in your town? Obviously, the drains and the roads will get filled up with water. Professor Ahmed told them that the forest also acts as a natural absorber of rainwater and allows it to seep. As the roots of the trees, they bind the soil, it doesn't allow the soil to get blown away or flown by. It helps maintain the water table throughout the year. Forests not only help in controlling flood, but also help in maintaining the flow of water in the streams so that we get a steady supply of water. On the other hand, if trees are not present, rain hits the ground directly and may flood the area around it. Heavy rains may also damage the soil. Roots of trees normally bind the soil together. We all know it. But in their absence, the soil is washed away or eroded, taken away. The children spent an hour at Tibu's village on their way back. The weather of the village was quite pleasant. As it had rained, villagers told them that due to the surrounding forest they receive good rainfall. Trees are helpful in bringing rainfall through transpiration. The rain also remained cool. The air also remained cool. Noise pollution too is less because trees absorb the sound also. Because the forest absorbs the noise of the nearby highway. The children learnt about the history of the village. It surprised them that the villages and the agricultural field of that area were created after clearing the forest about 60 years ago. Every land we get was a forest before, but it gets cleared and we make buildings there, factories there, industries there. Tibu's grandfather told them that when he was young, the village was not as large as it was now. Due to increasing population, more trees get cleared and more place to live in. It was also surrounded by forest. Construction of roads, building, industrial development, and increasing demand of wood created pressure on the forest and it started vanishing. More and more demand of trees also, land also, that lead to deforestation. He was not happy that the forest adjoining their village is not regenerating and is on the verge of disappearing due to overgrazing of animals. Animals, they eat away the small plants and shrubs and herbs and indiscriminate felling of trees. Professor Ahmed said that if we did things wisely, we could preserve forest and environment as well as have development. Children prepared a few pictures to show the consequences of such an event. At the end of the visit, now the visit is going to end, Professor Ahmed asked children to sum up the importance of forest. How is forest important to us? The children wrote, forests provide us with oxygen, they protect soil and provide habitat to a large number of animals. Third, forests help in bringing good rainfall in the neighboring areas. Fourth, they are a source of medicinal plants, timber and many other useful products. We must preserve our forests. This is the importance of forest given here. 4 points are given in your book. What would happen if forests disappear? If forests disappear, we are not going to get fresh air, unable to breathe, and most of our comfortability items won't be there. If forests disappear, the amount of carbon dioxide in the air will increase, resulting in the increase of earth temperature, that is global warming. Second, in the absence of trees and plants, the animals will not get food and shelter. In the absence of trees, the soil will not hold water. Trees are not there. There won't be any media or medium to hold the soil. And if soil is not holded, there is nothing to hold the water, which will cause flood. Deforestation will endanger our life and environment. Think what we can do to preserve our forest. This is a very important topic to be discussed. How do we need to preserve our forest and how is it helpful to us and importance to us? So children, hope you have understood the chapter. In case of queries, you can ask through WhatsApp or you can message me. Thank you children.